You keep asking, why don't people respect me? Why do I always feel so drained after talking to someone? Why do I feel exposed? Like, have you ever considered that maybe it's because you talk too much? Because why does everybody know your whole life story before they even know your name? Why does the person you met last week know about your breakup, your childhood trauma, your mom's illness, your dreams, your fears? Why? Because whether you realize it or not, every time you overshare, you are telling people loud and clear that you have no boundaries, that they don't need to earn your trust, and that you give full access to the deepest parts of you, no time, no effort, and no respect required. And then what happens? You get confused when they treat you casually. You're hurt when they say reckless things. Baby, you handed them the blueprint. You showed them exactly where the soft spots are. You gave them the code to your soul with zero requirements. So why would they treat you with respect when you introduced yourself like an open diary? Let that sink in. My name is Selma, and today we're talking about oversharing, the silent killer of your peace, your power, and your relationship. Okay, first of all, let's ask the real question. Why do you overshare? No, seriously, is it because you're just an open person? Is it because you believe in being real? Or is it because deep down you want attention, you want validation, you want someone to say, wow, you've been through so much, you're so strong? Let's not lie to ourselves. Sometimes oversharing isn't vulnerability, it's desperation. It's you trying to fast track intimacy because you don't believe people will say otherwise. And I'm not judging you because I did it. I used to overshare and I wasn't doing it because I was being real. I was oversharing because I was starving for attention. Ever since I was a kid, I was like the quiet one, introverted, reserved, always in my own head. And of course, my parents were always like, you need to speak up more, you need to open up. So guess what I did? There was a point in my life where I was in a really bad place, like mentally, emotionally, I was barely holding it together. And I thought, okay, maybe this is it. Maybe the reason I feel so alone is because I don't share enough. Maybe if I open up more, I'll finally have real friends, real connection. So I started talking, and not just talking, I started oversharing. I was trauma dumping left and right like it was my full-time job. Like, girl, I was telling people I just met about my abandonment issues, my insecurities, my childhood, like it was some kind of free podcast episode. And I wasn't doing it because I was being authentic. No, I was doing it because I was desperate. Desperate for attention, desperate to feel important, desperate to be liked. I thought that being open would make people love me. Spoiler alert, it didn't. What it did do, it made people pity me. It made them uncomfortable. It gave them the gossip. And worst of all, it made me look weak. People weren't respecting me. They were looking at me like I was a walking red flag, a mess, a punchline. Honestly, I don't even blame them because I handed them the ammo. I gift wrapped my own pain and served it to people who didn't even earn my trust. And I paid the price. People stopped taking me seriously. They talk over me, make decisions for me. They stopped inviting me to things because she's probably going through something again. Like I was a burden, like I couldn't just exist without bleeding all over the room. So now I keep it locked in. Now I know people earn my truth. You don't get front row seats to my soul just because you smiled at me twice. You prove you're safe. You prove you respect me, and until then, it's small talk, polite, chill, and surface level because I'm done mistaking attention for love. Let me tell you something, and I need you to really hear me. People will remember your problems longer than you do. Even if you've healed, even if you've moved on, even if you're in your glow-up era, haven't cried in public in years, and are doing better than ever, they will still picture you at your lowest. They will still see the broken version, the messy one, the one who cracked. This is just how memory works. The brain holds onto emotion. When you overshare, when you open up to someone too fast, when you raw and exposed in front of them, that moment becomes loud in their mind. It sticks, it leaves an imprint, and now that one emotional moment becomes the thumbnail of you in their head. Like, that's your whole identity. That's the version they default to, even if it's been years. They don't refresh the file. They don't update their idea of who you are. You've grown, you've worked on yourself, you're stable, you're confident, you're glowing. But in their mind, you're still the one who spiraled, the one who poured too much too soon, the one who cried and cracked open like it was normal. I've worked so hard to outgrow her, the old me. And still, even now, when I see people I used to overshare with, I feel so small, so stripped, like I shrink in their presence because I know what version of me lives in their head. And it's not this one, not the strong, grounded, soft but solid version I worked to become. No, they still see the mess, they still see the weakness. That's why I'm so careful now, because I know how long people hold onto the version you give them. And I've learned that your mind will heal, but theirs won't right unless it wants to. Some people only care about you when you're down bad. I'm so serious. We always talk about the friends who only show up when you're winning, but we never talk about the ones who only stick around when you're broken. The ones who loved you more when you hated yourself. The ones who got uncomfortable the moment you started healing. Those are the ones you really need to watch. Ever notice how some people start treating you like a project after you overshare? Like suddenly they're the expert of your life. Suddenly they know what you need. Suddenly you're not even a real person to them anymore. You're just a broken thing they get to fix. It's almost like they feel better about themselves just by being around your pain. Because next to your mess, they get to feel put together. Next to your struggles, they feel wise, mature, stable. They feed off that imbalance. And that's why, listen to me, that's why they disappear when you start winning. That's why they act weird when your life gets better. That's why they can't handle your glow up. Because your strength threatens the version of you they kept in their mind. They can't say, I'm proud of you without sounding surprised. Like, wow, I just never expected that kind of success from someone like you. Excuse me? Like you were supposed to stay small so they could feel big. They were never rooting for you. They were just rooting for you to stay broken, because your brokenness made them feel whole. Stop giving that kind of access to people who only clap when you're suffering. If they can't handle your healing, they never deserved your hurt in the first place. And how to recognize these people? They're actually not hard to spot once you stop making excuses for them. First red flag, you know everything about yourself in front of them, but you know nothing about them. They keep their cards close. You've told them your childhood trauma, your everything, okay? And they've given you crumbs, surface level stories. Second red flag, they start acting like they're better than you. Like they've got life figured out while you're still working on yourself. You can feel the shift. Like suddenly every conversation is them teaching you something, correcting you, guiding you like you're a lost little thing they're helping fix. Third red flag, they don't sound supportive and your gut knows it. They say the right things with the wrong energy. That backhanded tone, that subtle judgment, that little pause before I'm happy for you, it's fake. It's forced. You leave conversations feeling drained instead of uplifted, because deep down, you know they're not celebrating you, they are tolerating you. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it is off. Real support doesn't make you feel small. Real friends don't need you to be broken for them to feel relevant. Even when you overshare the good things in your life, you are not safe. And I know what you're thinking, but I was just excited, but I thought they would be happy for me, but it's a good thing. You ever felt like the moment you shared your plans, your vision, your excitement, like, I'm gonna start this new business, I finally found what I love, I'm moving to a new city. Like suddenly everything just started to feel heavy. Like the momentum you had disappeared. Like the fire inside you dimmed a little bit after the conversation. You didn't know why. Maybe that's not in your head. That's not your imagination. That's your spirit registering the shift in energy. Because when you speak your blessings too soon, when they're still, soft, still fragile, still forming, you are putting them in the hands of people who do not have the capacity to hold them. And worse, some of them don't even want to. That excitement you feel, that sparkle in your eye, that alignment you finally found, not everyone can stand it. And I don't care if they're family, I don't care if they've been in your life for years, I don't care if they said, I'm so proud of you. Energy doesn't lie. You felt that energy shift the moment the words left your mouth, because what you said activated something in them. And it's not admiration, it's actually comparison, insecurity, doubt. They're not clapping in their heart. They are calculating, they are telling themselves, she's getting ahead of herself. Let's see how long that lasts. I've never expected that success from, And now you're carrying that energy. Your blessing, your idea, your light, it's been touched, like spiritually touched. That's the evil eye, baby. That's exactly what it is. It's not always someone, lighting candles or whispering curses. It's the passive aggression. It's the fake smile. It's the friend who suddenly goes quiet when good things happen for you. The one I was talking about before. It's the cousin who only checks in to gossip but goes silent when you're winning. You felt it. Don't lie to yourself. Let's talk about the brain too, because psychology plays a part in this. The moment you say, I'm going to do this amazing thing, and people react, they praise you, they gas you up, your brain thinks you already did it. You get the dopamine, you feel accomplished, but guess what? You didn't do a damn thing yet. You just talked, and now that urgency, that hunger, that hustle, it's gone. You're sitting in the illusion of success instead of grinding towards the reality of it. Meanwhile, all that energy you let out is floating in rooms where it's not safe. People are watching, judging, secretly hoping you fail because they can't take watching you rise. You're planting seeds in poison soil, and you're wondering why your dreams keep dying before they bloom. Move in silence. Keep it sacred. Protect your joy like it's a newborn. Your goals, your blessings, your alignment, that's your baby. And not everyone deserves visitation rights. You want to show them something? Show them the results. Let them find out when it's done, when it's blooming, when it's already rooted deep enough that no energy can shake it. And wear your protection spiritually and mentally. Pray, cleanse, stay grounded, whatever that looks like for you. Because the evil eye is not just some trend, it's real and it's everywhere. Okay, you are always teaching people how to treat you. Always. I said that a lot of times, not just with what you say, but how you act, what you tolerate, what you reveal, how fast you reveal it. People are always studying you, even when it feels casual, even when it feels safe, especially in the beginning. That's when people are silently forming the blueprint of what they can and can't do with you. What they can say, how far they can push, how seriously they should take you. And when you overshare too early, especially about your pain, you're actually giving people the manual on how to lower the standard for how they treat you. Let me give you an example. There are girls who go on a first date and start trauma dumping within the first 20 minutes. They sit there with this nice guy who maybe hasn't even asked that deep of a question, and they start putting, my ex cheated on me with my best friend, he used to manipulate me, I stayed for years even though he made me feel worthless, I was crying every night, I had no self-esteem, I went through depression, I had to rebuild myself from scratch and blah blah. And I know why she's saying it. She thinks she's bonding, she thinks this man is going to look at her and go, wow, she's been through so much, I'm gonna take care of her, she's so strong, she's real. That's not what he's thinking. What's actually happening is he's clocking it, he's registering it. Oh, this is what she tolerated before. This is what she believes she deserves. This is what it takes to break her. Got it. Now what? Now even if he's not trying to hurt you, he's already slotted you into the wounded girl box. And you know what happens to women in that box? They get treated like trash. Okay? Not like a partner, not like with princess treatment, not like someone you have to rise for, but like someone you can coast with. Someone you can have show up for. Because she will say, because she said she did before. You taught him how to treat you. And now you're 3 months in wondering why he's getting lazy, why he's emotionally distant, why he doesn't take you seriously when you gave him the script on day one. You want to know what gives you power? Being mysterious, owning your space and deciding what you choose to share and what you keep to yourself. It's like when you leave a little bit of yourself unavailable, people start treating you like you're something special. People start seeing you as someone who's in control, someone who's not just handing out pieces of themselves for free. You become magnetic, okay? People want to know more, but they have to work for it. You create an aura that they can't touch unless they've earned it. You want to be treated like a woman of value? Start acting like your past is gold, not gossip. Start acting like your vulnerability is a reward, not a free sample. Because what you give away too easily, they will never work to protect. Now, let's talk about how to actually stop oversharing. Start practicing sacred silence. When something good happens, when something painful happens, when you're confused, overwhelmed, excited, go to God first. Talk to the one who will never use your vulnerability against you. Let me tell you something. The peace that comes from telling God your secrets, your fears, your joys is unmatched. There's no evil eye, there's no fake support, just mercy, guidance, and protection. And if you're not religious, then go to the universe, go to your journal, go to your inner self. Trust that you are enough, that your voice doesn't need constant echoing to be valid, that you can carry your dreams privately until they're strong enough to carry you. Because not everything sacred has to be shared. Not every emotion needs an audience. You are allowed to be a mystery. You are allowed to protect your peace. You are allowed to outgrow the version of you that needed to explain herself to be understood. Oversharing doesn't make you honest. It makes you open to damage. So from now on, protect your light, talk less, pray more, move wiser. And let me leave it with this. Before you open your mouth and spill something deep, pause. Ask yourself, is it really necessary? Like, really ask yourself, is this going to help the conversation?